Hello everyone, it's us, the passionate team behind the TV Days Drama Digest channel, your ultimate go-to source for all things soap opera sensationalism. We're thrilled to be diving deep into the whirlwind world of Salem once again, where love, betrayal, secrets, and shocking revelations collide in the most explosive ways imaginable. Today, we're zeroing in on the electrifying events that unfolded on Days of Our Lives on this fateful November 26th. If you're a die-hard fan like us, you know that every episode is a rollercoaster of emotions. And this one was no exception, packed with awkward encounters, heart-wrenching confessions, and edge-of-your-seat suspense that left us gasping for more. Whether you're catching up after missing the episode or just relishing a detailed breakdown, buckle up because we're about to unpack it all in vivid, dramatic detail. And if you haven't watched yet, consider this your spoiler-filled invitation to grab some popcorn and join us in reliving the chaos. Let's dive right in. Our story kicks off in the cozy yet tension-filled confines of the Brady Pub, the iconic Salem hotspot where so many romances have blossomed, and feuds have ignited over frothy pints and heartfelt conversations. Picture this, the dim lighting casting long shadows across the wooden tables, the faint hum of chatter from locals filling the air, and the unmistakable aroma of pub grub wafting through the room. It's here that Gabby Hernandez and Philip Kiriakis have decided to embark on what they hope will be a romantic daddy, a much-needed escape from the corporate intrigue and family dramas that have plagued their lives lately. Gabby, with her fiery spirit and impeccable style, struts in wearing a sleek red dress that screams confidence, her dark hair cascading in waves that match her turbulent emotions. Philip, ever the charming heir to the Kiriakis fortune, flashes his signature grin, his eyes lighting up as he pulls out a chair for her. But oh, the irony, little do they know that this seemingly innocent outing is about to turn into a powder keg of awkwardness and unspoken secrets. Enter Roman Brady, the steadfast patriarch of the Brady clan, who's always got a twinkle in his eye and a plan up his sleeve. Roman, with his no-nonsense demeanor honed from years as a cop and pub owner, spots the opportunity for some lighthearted fun amidst the gloom that's been hanging over Salem. He corners Kayla Johnson and her husband, Steve Patch Johnson, that rugged adventurer with the eye patch and a heart of gold, convincing them to join in on a trivia game. Come on, folks, Roman booms in his gravelly voice, slapping Steve on the back with a hearty laugh. Let's shake off the drama and test our wits. Who's in? Kayla, the compassionate doctor who's seen her share of medical miracles and heartbreaks, hesitates at first, their mind perhaps drifting to the endless shifts at University Hospital, but she can't resist Roman's infectious enthusiasm. Steve, ever the protective type, nods along, though his one good eye narrows slightly as he scans the room. And that's when the real drama ignites. Gabby, already on edge from her recent schemes, feels a chill run down her spine as she realizes Steve and Philip are now sharing the same space. The air thickens with unspoken tension. You could cut it with a knife. Gabby fidgets with her napkin, her mind racing back to her bold plot to sabotage the impending Titan Demara Margera move, driven by her unyielding ambition and a burning desire for revenge against those who've wronged her family. Steve, of course, knows all about it. He's been a reluctant confidant, sworn to secrecy after serving as her former client in one of those shady dealings that Salem is infamous for. His loyalty is ironclad, forged in the fires of past alliances. But Gabby can't help but wonder if cracks might appear under pressure. Just trust me, Gabby, Steve had whispered to her earlier, his voice low and reassuring, like a father figure trying to steer a wayward ship back to port. But trust doesn't come easy in Salem, especially when old grudges simmer just below the surface. As the trivia game kicks off, the group settles into an uneasy rhythm. Questions fly about pop culture, history, and Salem's own scandalous pastureman's way of keeping things lively. Philip, with his business acumen, nails the corporate trivia, earning a playful eye roll from Gabby. Kayla shines on medical queries, her expertise making her the team's secret weapon. Steve, drawing from his globe-trotting adventures, surprises everyone with obscure facts about international espionage. Laughter echoes through the pub, momentarily dispelling the clouds of suspicion. Gabby tries to focus, her competitive streak pushing her to contribute, but every glance at Steve reminds her of the precarious tightrope she's walking. Will he crack? Will Philip sense something's off? The double date teeters on the brink of disaster, yet somehow, against all odds, they all manage to have a pretty good time. Bonds are tentatively strengthened, jokes are shared, and for a brief moment, the pub feels like a sanctuary from the storms outside. But in Days of Our Lives, peace is always fleeting, and we can't help but wonder if this harmony is just the calm before another explosive revelation. Shifting gears to a more somber corner of Salem, we find Brady Black and Sarah Horton connecting in a way that's both tender and fraught with worry. The scene unfolds in the quiet sanctity of Sarah's hospital room at University Hospital, where the beeps of monitors and the sterile scent of antiseptic serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Brady, that brooding ex-addict with a heart that's been shattered more times than we can count, paces the floor, his face etched with paternal anguish. Sarah, recovering from her recent ordeal, lies propped up in bed, her usually vibrant features pale but resolute. What binds them today is their shared concern for young Rachel Black, Brady's daughter, whose innocent world has been upended by a series of tragic missteps. Rachel's transfer to Bayview's juvenile unit is imminent as soon as a bed opens up. In that specialized facility designed for troubled youth, the poor girl caught in the crossfire of adult feuds has been through hell first. Her misguided attempt to help by tampering with Sarah's medication, triggering a severe allergic reaction that nearly cost Sarah her life, then the unthinkable act of shooting E.J. DiMera in a fit of misplaced rage. Brady's voice cracks as he confides in Sarah. She's just a kid, Sarah. How did it come to this? Sarah, ever the empathetic mother figure despite her own pains, reaches out a hand, her eyes brimming with tears. She knows the weight of guilt all too well, having navigated her own share of deceptions in the name of love and family. Brady updates Sarah on the latest developments with Rachel's situation counseling sessions, the evaluations, the heartbreaking remorse that's evident in every tear-streaked visit. He pleads with her to keep it confidential for now, his trust in her a fragile lifeline in this sea of uncertainty. I can't lose her, he whispers, his shoulders slumping under the burden. Sarah nods, her heart aching for the child who, in a twisted way, was trying to protect her own fractured family. Belle Brady, Brady's sister and a sharp legal mind, is still piecing together the puzzle, navigating the myriad variables like custody battles, psychological assessments, and potential charges. There are too many moving parts, Belle had said earlier, her brow furrowed in concentration. But Rachel's genuine remorse shines through. She's not a monster, just a confused kid in desperate need of professional help. Sarah, drawing from her medical background, reassures Brady that with the right support at Bayview, Rachel can heal, rebuild, and emerge stronger. In this vulnerable moment, Brady leans on Sarah for comfort. Their embrace a poignant blend of friendship and shared sorrow. It's a scene ripe with emotional depth, the kind that tugs at your heartstrings and makes you root for redemption. But alas, drama lurks around every corner. Enter Xander Cook, Sarah's complicated ex and the father of her child, who chooses this exact moment to visit after hearing about her ordeal. He bursts into the room, his Scottish brogue thick with concern, only to freeze at the sight of Sarah in Brady's arms. Jealousy flares in his eyes like a wildfire, his fists clenching involuntarily. What the hell is this? He demands, his voice echoing off the walls. The misunderstanding hangs heavy in the air. Xander, with his history of impulsive actions and fierce protectiveness, assumes the worst. Will this spark a new feud? Or will explanations prevail? The tension is palpable, leaving us on the edge of our seats for what's next. Meanwhile, across town in the warm, inviting glow of the Horton living room adorned with family photos that whisper tales of generations past, Jennifer Horton Devereaux opens up in a raw, confessional moment. She's been balling up her true feelings about the swirling chaos in Salem, from the DiMera power plays to the personal heartaches that have ripped through her family. Jennifer, that resilient journalist with a penchant for truth-seeking, sits down with Chad DiMera and Julie Williams, two pillars in her life who've weathered their own storms. The room is steeped in history. Julie's elegant poise contrasts with Chad's brooding intensity, his DiMera heritage always casting a shadow. Jennifer's voice trembles as she admits it all: frustration, the fear, the unwavering love that binds them. I can't pretend anymore, she says, tears glistening in her eyes. This town, it's tearing us apart, but it's also what makes us fight harder. Chad listens intently, his own grief over losing Abigail still fresh, a wound that never fully heals. He nods, offering quiet support, but decides to give Jennifer and young Thomas some much-needed space. Thomas, the innocent child caught in the adult web of intrigue, plays nearby with his toys, oblivious to the undercurrents. But here's where the plot thickens into true soap opera suspense. Chad's decision to step away leads straight into peril. As the weekend approaches, he vanishes without a trace, poof, gone like a ghost in the night. Whispers ripple through Salem. Was it foul play? A DiMera rival striking back? Or something more personal tied to his lingering demons? Jennifer's confession, meant to be cathartic, now feels like an omen. Julie clutches her pearls, her matriarchal instincts kicking in. We have to find him, she declares, her voice steady despite the fear. The search begins, alliances form, and the stakes skyrocket. In Salem, no good deed goes unpunished, and this disappearance promises to unravel even more threads in the intricate tapestry of lives intertwined. As we wrap up this deep dive into November 26th episodes, we can't help but marvel at the masterful storytelling that keeps us hooked week after week. From the awkward yet endearing double date at the pub, where secrets teeter on the brink of exposure, to the emotional depths plumbed by Brady and Sarah over Rachel's fate, and the explosive misunderstanding with Xander, not to mention Jennifer's heartfelt admissions. Spiraling into Chad's mysterious vanishing Days of Our Lives delivers drama that's as addictive as it is unpredictable. We've expanded on these moments, painting them with the vivid colors of emotion, backstory, and suspense to give you a fuller picture of the heartache and hope that defines Salem. But wait, there's more to savor in this extended recap. Let's circle back to the pub scene for a moment, because the layers of intrigue there deserve even more unpacking. Gabby's nervousness isn't just surface level, it's rooted in her tumultuous history. Remember when she was wrongfully imprisoned, her life upended by false accusations? That trauma lingers, making every alliance feel like a potential betrayal. Philip, too, carries scars from his obsessive pursuits to his corporate battles. Their day isn't just flirtation, it's a tentative step toward healing, interrupted by Steve's watchful gaze. Steve, the man who's lost an eye but never his moral compass, wrestles internally, protect Gabby or uphold justice? Kayla, sensing his turmoil, squeezes his hand under the table, a silent reminder of their enduring love amidst chaos. Over at the hospital, Brady's connection with Sarah hints at deeper undercurrents. Is this purely platonic support, or could sparks fly in the future? Sarah's allergic reaction wasn't random, it was a calculated move by Rachel, driven by loyalty to her mother. Kristen Demare, that villainous extraordinaire whose schemes have poisoned so many lives. Brady's update on Rachel includes details of her therapy sessions, where she's confronting her actions with childlike sincerity. I'm sorry, Aunt Sarah, Rachel had sobbed in a recent visit, her small frame shaking. Sarah's forgiveness isn't immediate, it's a process, layered with her own regrets over past deceptions involving Xander and their daughter, Mickey. Xander's rival amps up the drama tenfold. His jealousy isn't unfounded, he's lost Sarah before to misunderstandings and manipulations. Storming out, he might seek solace in the arms of another or plot revenge of classic Xander. And Belle's variables include legal loopholes, family testimonies, and perhaps even a surprise witness that could turn the tide for Rachel. Jennifer's confession to Chad and Julie peels back layers of Horton resilience. Jennifer, daughter of the legendary Tom and Alice Horton, embodies the family's legacy of integrity. Her feelings encompass grief for Jack's past absences, worry for JJ and Abigail's legacies, and hope for Thomas's future. Chad's disappearance? Speculation abounds, kidnapped by a rival like Orpheus or self-imposed exile to process his pain. Julie, with her fiery spirit, rallies the troop's dog, Hope. Perhaps even Ella for a search that could unearth buried secrets. This episode masterfully weaves personal stakes with broader Salem sagas. The Titan-Demare merger looms like a dark cloud, threatening jobs, alliances, and lives. Rachel's plight highlights themes of mental health and youth, a timely nod to real-world issues. And Chad's vanishing? It's a cliffhanger that is us counting down to the next episode. We've stretched this recap beyond the basics, delving into the psyches, histories, and potential futures of these beloved characters, to give you over 1,500 words of immersive storytelling. That's it for today's explosive tales from Days of Our Lives that we've shared with you, in all their dramatic glory. What do you think will happen next? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.